It is your mix in the morning.
It's not Go Dogs.
8:50, 10 away from 9 o'clock. We're going to completely ignore Stephen B. for just a moment.
Go Dogs.
I thought that was Tom chiming in there.
He's going to come stomping in here any second now. No, we were talking about a moment ago about political correctness, or the political correctness run amok in the school system and just in society in general.
Oh, it's everywhere.
Honestly,
it's totally out of control.
That is one of my biggest pet peeves, is people who go out of their way, bend over backwards, and any other cliche you can think of to try not to offend somebody. But I hate to tell you this. I don't care what you say, what you do, or anything else. You are going to offend somebody. I am offending somebody out there by saying this, okay?
Right.
You are not going to be everybody's friend.
I'm offending somebody by having an Alabama cap on in Georgia.
Yes, you are.
It's just the fact that I even have a job back in Macon offends some people.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is.
And, I mean, it's just you cannot live and teach kids that you have to try to be so completely non-offensive that everything gets screwed up. And that's the way the school system has gotten, in my opinion. And here I am. I'm offending somebody by saying this. But when is the society going to wake up and say, you know what? Enough of this.
Right.
You know, you got to teach kids to fail, because any successful billionaire, millionaire, corporate giant, anybody who's had any kind of major success in their life will tell you they have failed more than they've succeeded.
Well, how many times did Ben Franklin fail before he succeeded?
Well, exactly. You know,
was it Ben Franklin or
Thomas Edison?
Einstein.
What the great quote he had, Thomas Edison was like, you know, it took him, what was it? It took him 10,000 chances to try to invent the light bulb.
Right.
And he says he didn't find the one way to invent a light bulb. He found 10,000 ways not to make a light bulb. You're going to fail. You got to teach kids about failure. And the only way to do that is to not try to not hurt their self-esteem. Okay? Those of us who grew up in the era that came before this mealy-mouthed generation that's coming up now, you know, we had failing grades. We got paddlings at school.
Sure.
Excuse me, the school did not beat me. They disciplined me, okay? They taught me the difference between right and wrong and made me have some respect for authority. The kids that are coming up today have no respect for authority whatsoever.
Absolutely none.
They have no concept of consequences, and it's all because they're not being taught. Now, I'm not dumping all of this on the school system. A lot of this has to do with parents. And even a single-parent family, okay, you still need to be a parent.
Sure.
Just because you're a single mother or a single father does not mean that you're not a parent. You have to teach them right from wrong. If you don't, you end up with a society like what we've got. You got a bunch of kids that have absolutely no concept of consequences. They think that they can do whatever they want to do whenever they want to do it, and there's nobody ever going to say anything. That's because you got a society when they're kids, you're not teaching them that there are consequences to everything that you do, good and bad.
Sure.
And if you don't